If I'm the boss and my workers pull this garbage, this is what I do. I start garnishing wages. And then I start docking vacation days. And then you know what I do?
What?
I get my private security guards to go over to her house on a Thursday afternoon at 3 o'clock to see what she's up to.
It is incredible that the very individuals, especially in conservative media, who go around accusing teachers of being groomers, openly admit to their creepy tendencies on air. That was Jesse Watters talking about what he would do to employees if he were their boss in the context of a discussion about remote work. Now, of course, Fox has this mentality that workers are like lazy and you have to keep an eye on them. They're against the remote work. Now 61% of people working from home are doing so because they want to, even though their office is open. People do prefer remote work for a variety of reasons, right? You save time, you don't have to deal with the commute, you save money, you don't have to spend money on gas, and you're in the comfort of your own home as you're working. Now, that was according to a January survey, by the way, of almost 6,000 workers. And here's another poll from the Society for HR Management. I did not know that society existed, but apparently it does. So 48% of about 1,700 surveyed workers in the US said they will definitely seek a remote position for their next job. Employees would consider pursuing or remaining in an on-site role for an annual raise of 20% with a 30-minute commute, 15% with a 15-minute commute, or 10% for a hybrid job with a 30-minute commute. So before we get to more creepy video of Dirty Watters, do you have any thoughts on this, Cenk?
Yeah, so look, it's a fine debate about, hey, should people come in or not? I think it depends on the job that's at stake here. But Jesse Watters gives you a sense of how conservatives think. They don't think from the perspective of the employees, the average American. They think from the perspective of the boss, the rich person who needs to use them as widgets and brutalize them, and he's gonna be honest about it.
Now, after he went on that little rant about what he would do if he were the employer and the workers were working remotely, apparently Jeanine Pirro concluded that he would face some sort of harassment lawsuit if he were ever to pull off that sick stunt. Let's take a look at that exchange.
Maybe I find her at the mall. Maybe she's at TGI Fridays throwing back cocktails. Maybe I have footage of her trying on blouses at Ann Taylor.
No, you
and then you know what I do? I give her an opportunity to be honest. I say, listen, were you working on the project on Thursday afternoon? And if she lies to me and she says, yes, I was, I present her with the evidence. You were trying on blouses. You were knocking back cocktails. And then she says, you were following me? And then I said, I will waste my own company resources on frivolous, petty things like that, however I damn well please. I'm the CEO of this company. And then she says, you know what, I'm firing an HR complaint against you. I said, you can't file one because you just got fired. And then you know what I do? I hire someone half her age and pay her half her salary.
Yeah, and then you know what? She charges you with stalking and harassment.
Jeanine Pirro's right, because that is what he would be doing. But it's interesting what he likes to fantasize about.
Yeah, so 2 different cases he said that he would have tape of her changing blouses, right?
Yeah.
Seems relatively obsessed with that, right? So that's point 1. Point 2 is Jeanine Pirro caught feelings, not at that, but when he said, I'd fire her and hire someone half her age at half her salary. And then all of a sudden, finally, everybody's, the guys are laughing, right? Including former Democrat Harold Ford Jr. there, okay? But then Pirro's like, wait a minute, what do you mean half age, half the salary?
Jeanine,
and that is what employers do that are jerks like Jesse Watters.
Yeah, Jeanine, get to know the room you're in, get to know the people you surround yourself with and what they actually think about you. Now, look, Jesse Watters has said so many creepy things on air that we literally have a compilation about it. So let's watch.
When I was trying to get Emma to date me, first thing I did, let the air out of her tires. She couldn't go anywhere. She needed a lift. I said, hey, you need a lift? She hopped right in the car.
Does she know this story?
No, she doesn't know this story. And I want to speak directly to the heiress right now. Dana, hold my hand.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
Women need men. And men need women. We need each other. And if you understand nature, you understand there is not a war between the sexes. We need to make love, not war. That's AOC. She's not ripe enough to run for president. First, she has to get married. and then you have to get pregnant. So
Why?
No. This is how it goes. Single women are breaking for Democrats by 30 points. And this makes sense when you think about how Democrat policies are designed to keep women single. So we need these ladies to get married. Women do not like making decisions.
Wait.
They want a man to make the decision.
Jesse, when do you?
Obviously, he's disgusting, he's terrible, he's a sexist, misogynist, hence the leading candidate to take Tucker Carlson's job. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.